Today we're just going to be talking through our Tourtek product, some of the challenges that travel agents are facing with their tour operations, and how you can overcome them with our solution. If you can just start sharing the screen, please, Neil. Thank you. So here at Travel we were founded over 25 years ago. We have a global presence across the world with teams spanning across the EMEA region, the APAC, LATAM, and AMER region. We here at we're an award-winning travel technology company that provide innovative and comprehensive range of products and solutions to enable travel companies like yourselves or ones that you're looking to start become more productive, more efficient, and scalable in your ways of working. We have over 250 suppliers integrated within our platform, providing market-leading range of content. And with our award-winning B2B software service company, exclusively focused on leisure travel industry with over 150 customers worldwide. So now I'm just going to pass over to Neil, who's going to talk more in depth about our Tourtek operations and answer any questions you may have. Thank you, Neil.
Good afternoon, good morning to everyone, depending on where you are in the world. Thank you for taking the time out to join us today. Today, the focus is going to be about technology for tour operators, and travel agents are also tour operators as well. I will be showing you the technology live, but before we do that, I'm just going to go through some slides to illustrate some of the challenges that from our experiences operators have, talk about the types of solutions that we have for the different types of tour operators, and also chat through all of the different products we have, and then I'll go into a live presentation. So some of these challenges will be very familiar to you, very high level as well, of course. So if you're a travel agent, tour operating, or if you're a tour operator, do you find it difficult to create and manage your own products? Do you find it difficult and tough to distribute across multi-channels, B2C, so on consumer-facing websites, B2B, and B2B2C as well, so providing widgets to your trade partners to, in effect, sell to their consumers as well. Is it difficult connecting live suppliers as well as your own inventory? Our platform is a hybrid between a tour operator system where you can load your own product, as well as a retail system that will allow you to connect to lots of mainstream suppliers. So it's a hybrid of both, best of both. Is it time consuming for your ops team and your sales team? I was presenting to one of our clients this week, and they were explaining to me that actually to make a booking, a complex booking, can take them up to 60 minutes, a booking with lots of different elements within the tour. So it could be 10, 12 different elements, different suppliers. It's very time consuming for the salesperson to put that together. But actually, once they've made the booking, it's very time consuming for the ops team to administrate the booking as well. So the whole process, they're looking to streamline it. And we really do feel that we've got some technology that will make a difference to travel agents and tour operators that have these challenges. And if you're a tour operator that specializes in cruise, so you want to put packages together, pre-cruise, post-cruise, live suppliers, DMC products, are you seeking live connectivity? So that is, again, one of the USPs, one of the values of our platform is Traveltech have live connectivity to all the major cruise lines, which would allow you to package the cruise using your own pricing coming back from the cruise line. So the different types of tour operators, again, it's a very generic view here, and there's lots of different businesses that would sit in any of these different pots that we're putting into. But if you're a tour operator that are offering flight inclusive packages, you could be a travel agent just putting a flight and hotel together and putting it under your own atoll, or you could be a tour operator where you've got your own hotel contract. You actually got your own air content with an airline, and you're actually putting DMC product together. So it's not just the flight and hotel. You could be a specialist tour operator. So we have religious specialist tour operators that use our platform that have their own product overseas, and they wrap that product around with flights and other ground arrangements as well. Or you could be a sports tour operator, which we have those as well. So you could be that you're a travel agent or a tour operator that are putting events together that are centered around a sporting event, but you need flights, you need hotels, you need to put all of that together as one price, and you need to inspire your customer. So we have technology that would fit that kind of tour operator, and a cruise specialist tour operator. So Tourtek is, I guess, famed for its connectivity to cruise lines. We've got customers that specialize in selling cruise holidays around the world. And if you're a cruise specialist and you want to move into cruise tour operating, then we can provide you that quite complex tour operating solution that would allow you to create a cruise and put flights and hotels either side of it. So we will be going into some live demos. I'm going to show you the technology actually working through live. But before we do that, I'm just going to chat through our product slide. So we refer this to really as our menu of technology. So everything that we sell to our clients is very modularized. So we get very few clients that come to us and say, hey, I want it all. They might have some technology already in place with a current provider and have no ambitions of moving. So it might be that we provide technology either side of that. Or it might be that we are providing a fully comprehensive solution, but they don't actually need all the modules and products that are actually on the menu here. So if you can see my cursor moving here, from a front end point of view, when I say front end, I'm talking about websites. So if your business is looking to invest in a website for customers to actually search product and make bookings, or if your tour operator is multi-channel, so they're selling on a B2B basis, we can provide, we have the resources to build websites for you. We have the resources to provide B2B portals to allow your trade partners to log in with a username and password and actually make a booking. And everything we do, our API is fully enabled, which would allow your own engineers, if you've got your own resources, to use our API and develop your own booking journey as well. So the middle piece is the search and book application, which we refer to as iSell. So from a travel agent point of view, that would allow you to search product, check pricing with suppliers, and make bookings with suppliers. So if you're a travel agent and you're making a booking with a cruise line, you could do that on the platform. Equally, if you're making a booking with a low-cost carrier, you're making a booking with a flight consolidator or a hotel supplier, you can do that. Now, from a tour operating perspective, you're able to connect to suppliers, pull back your own net rates from an airline, pull back your own net rates from a cruise line, pull back your own net rates from hotel suppliers. And part of the benefit and the value of our platform, it's one platform that has all of the suppliers coming into. It's fully integrated. It has an integrated CRM that would allow you to manage your own customers, your own inquiries and your own quotes. And where the value from a tour operating perspective is we have tour operating products and modules that would allow you to blend live connectivity from live suppliers, so your own pricing coming back. But at the same time, you can load in your own inventory for hotels. So if you've got a hotel contract outside of a connectivity channel, you could load that into the platform. You can load in your own transfer pricing. You can load in your own flight allocations, which is used extensively by some of our clients for bookings that are being booked outside of GDS range. So to complement flight content coming through, you can load in your own flight allocations within the system. And then from a packaging point of view, which I'll show you more depth in the live demo, you have capabilities of dynamically packaging. So you can take a flight, you can take a hotel, and you can take a cruise, and your own agent can dynamically package all those components and put it together and tour operate. Or you can tour operate it slightly differently, whereas you can preload product. So in effect, you're inspiring your customer. You can preload product to actually appear on websites or make it easier for your salesperson to find that product within the sales system. For example, if you're putting together a sports tour, so you've bought some tickets, got some hotels pre and post the event, putting some flights together, you don't really want to offer that individually to your agent or even the consumer, because potentially they could do that themselves, and also they just want one price. So our system will allow you to put that product together as one price. Equally for other more complex itineraries. So the itinerary could have a cruise, a flight, a hotel, lots of ground arrangements. So lots and lots of different elements would take a long time to piece together as a salesperson. If you have a product team, our system will allow you to piece all those products together and make sure that it's presented within the selling solution as one cost, which will allow the salesperson to find that product really easily and make a booking based on what the product person actually created. And lastly, but certainly not least, is the mid-office stroke back office system. So think of all this technology here. All of this is technology that would allow you to create product, manage customer inquiries and quotes, and distribute your product across multiple channels. Once the booking is made, as we all know, that's half the job. Okay, there's a lot of administration that goes into tour operating and even travel agency as well, where you have to administer the bookings, make sure you've got the right bookings with the different suppliers, generate professional, good-looking documentation, report for your business. And of course, from a tour perspective, there's a lot of overseas reporting to ground handlers that you would need to do as well. So as soon as the booking is made and across any of these channels, either by your own salespeople within iSell, or by consumers or trade partners on the front end, or by via the API for external platforms, the bookings will automatically pop into the back office system, which will allow your operations teams to manage the booking. We also provide a View My Booking portal that will allow trade partners to see bookings that they've made, or consumers to see bookings that they've made and actually pay balances as well. So I'm just going to stop the screen for a second, Joe, while I swap over to the live demo. Have you got any questions so far from anyone?
Yes, some questions have come through for you here. If I just get them up. So I have three questions. First being, can you generate quotes from the platform? If so, how could I link to my own CRM?
Okay, so the system does have a fully integrated CRM, which will allow you to manage the customer profiles, customer inquiries, and customer quotes. However, from experience, there are some of our partners that have a more extensive CRM requirement, are using partner technology companies, and part of the value of our technology is it's fully API enabled. So if you were wanting to synchronize with an external CRM, you are able to do that because you can retrieve data for customers, inquiries, and quotes, and you can even push data back in. So the answer is yes, of course we do. But however, if there was a requirement for a more extensive or integration with a third-party CRM, then that's possible as well with work. If we can just hold off on the other questions for now, let's just answer that one. Like you just said free, so if anyone else comes in, that's great. I'll go straight into the demo now on the first one, and then we'll stop to see if we've got any other questions. Okay, right. So here we go. So what we're going to do from a packaging point of view, we're going to show you some examples of different types of packages that have been created in our test system. So you can see how easy it is for a salesperson to search for a product, find it, and actually make a booking. And then we're going to give you an example of a cruise tour operator that's presenting packages that have been preloaded by the product team, and they're actually live bookable on a website. So we're going to show you two approaches. So what you can see here is Traveltek's internal system, which we refer to as iSell. So think of it as the search and book platform. It should be the go-to system for your staff to use. So the benefit and value here is it connects to all the live suppliers. At the same time, from a tour operating perspective, your product team are able to preload product. So from a salesperson, I'm going here for everything. So as we said, our system does have an integrated CRM. And from a salesperson's point of view, there's no additional work. As soon as I search for a customer from the existing client, from the existing database, or create a new customer, I'm not going off externally somewhere else, putting it on a spreadsheet. It's all loaded at the top left-hand side. That means the management understand who I've spoken to today, what I've looked for, and get a real handle on all the pipeline. So if we go into travel search, you've got all of these different search types, as you can see across the front here. So part of the value, part of the reason why Tourtek offers great solutions for tour operators is we have an extensive list of suppliers that we connect to. So from an air perspective, all the GDSs. From a consolidator for air perspective, in different markets, we have flight consolidators like Gold Medal integrated on the platform. From a hotel perspective, we have a long, extensive list of hotel suppliers. We also have cruise lines globally integrated on the platform, some river cruise lines as well, car hire suppliers, transfer suppliers, and what have I missed there? Car parking suppliers as well as attraction and lounge pass. So if I go to tours here, I need to make sure we all understand what this button does. From a tour perspective, this is not connecting to third-party tour suppliers. It's not doing that. What this is doing is allowing a tour operator to preload product, and then it makes it easier for me as a salesperson to find that product's been preloaded. So it's a tour operating product that the tour operator has put together. So from a sales perspective, I could search for by a product code if I wanted to, or I could leave the destination empty. I could leave the date range very generic, which we will do. Let's search for pretty much a year. And I can leave the duration empty and then find tours. The reason we can do this is the initial search, which you'll see is very quick, is based on cache, okay? And it's based on cache because the reason for that is to be able to inspire your customer or inspire the agent, it's healthy to be able to search for anything and then filter from there. Otherwise, you're having to put in specifics of dates, going from, going to, and how do you know what you don't know? So the way that this has been developed is based on a fast cache initially, and then you're able to filter everything on the right by the filters on the left. So you can see here, all of these tours and packages that we've been putting together for different types of clients in our demos, they're all very different businesses. Okay, so you've got sports specialists, you've got specialists that there's island hopping there, as you can see. There is twin centers, there's more religious tours, all kinds of different ones. And the difference between a normal sort of flight and hotel journey is you're able to put all of your content into this module as well. So on here you've got the highlights for this tour, as you can see. You've got the description for the tour as well. And if we click through, it gives us a nice calendar for all the availability. So remember, we've got two types of way we can tour operate. We can use the system to hand pick different products and put it together on the fly based on what the customer wants. What we're looking at here is something that's been preloaded by the product team, and that would be presented on the website. And actually, this example is one that I worked with a client of mine, and this example, it would take the agent, and we agreed probably about an hour for them to put this package together. So if we select this, and we choose 2 adults in the room, what this is actually doing, it's actually connecting live to all of the suppliers that are actually integrated onto the platform, as well as checking inventory models that have been loaded into the platform. And it's calculating all the price. It's doing a hell of a lot of work, all for the agent. So you've got the cash price, first of all, then you've got all the content. And now what this is doing is connecting to a GDS. It's connecting to 4 or 5 different bed banks at the same time. It's connecting to all of the inventory models that have been loaded into the system as well. And it's going to give me choices of upgrade for the different for the different choices through the tour. So you can see here, we've got a choice from the airport that we want to go from. So we'll go from Heathrow. We select that, we confirm the flights, and then we've got all of these options that we can fine tune for the customer. So we can choose on day one, this hotel is coming from a bed bank, and then we can upgrade to a different room type. All of this has been customized by the product person. You're able to add in extras here as well. So this could be an optional extra that we add in, and you can see that will change the price here. And if we can go to book now, what this will do is it will put everything into the basket, allowing me to make the booking. Okay. Now that process, as I've said, would take the salesperson about an hour to actually price it all up. At the same time, that process is very error prone in terms of getting the wrong price from the wrong supplier. That might be a stop sale on a particular room. All of this is actually being put together at the same time. It allows me to put in to the basket just 2 names for the booking, and then look, all those elements are actually included in that tour that's been put together. Once I actually book here, put the names in once, puts the names to all of these suppliers, goes into the back office system automatically. Alternatively, I can add to a quote and quote the customer. And that provides great efficiency from a sales perspective, from a product perspective, because they're building product and they're putting it into sales channels and making it easier for salespeople and customers to find a product for them. And then from an ops perspective, as soon as I press book, there's no double keying, loading all those elements manually. It goes into the back office system. Every single element goes against the right supplier. And then it's all the names go on the right manifest. So it's much easier from an ops perspective. Just going to stop sharing for a sec, Joe. If I could take one of those other questions, I'm going to swap screens to the cruise scenario.
Sure. Another question we had come through was typically how long does a project take to deliver?
Okay. Yeah, it just depends what's involved in the product. So we see ourselves very much as a SaaS business, a product-driven business. So there's a lot of the platform that is configuration and setup, okay? But there is thousands of configurations and permissions because we're a business that's been going for well over 20 years, as you said. We've got lots and lots of different customers. And although there are lots of similarities with businesses, businesses do trade and have different wants within their projects. So even for something as simple as just providing a search and book platform that goes through fine configuration to optimize for the client. So something like that could be delivered within, say, 3 weeks. Okay. That's without any development. And if we were involved in building a website or a tour op solution that involved preloading lots of product, typically 3 to 4 months would be realistic to factor in. And as I always say, we work for Tourtek full time. The client normally can only give us 1 or 2 days a week of their time because they're running the business at the same time. So very few businesses are able to say, here we go, there's a dedicated team to this project. So typically 3 to 4 months for a significant tour operator solution. Right, so I'm just going to share my screen. Okay, so this is a front-end solution. So when I say front, I'm talking about a website. So what we've just been showing you is the internal system. So it looks very different. It's not something that you would show a customer. But that was preloaded product. Now this is different, but it's still preloaded product. So behind this, there's a lot of work that's happened where a product person has decided that they're going to put together a 3 nights stay in Miami, and they're going to wrap that around in a Caribbean cruise. So you still need a product person to decide that's what I'm going to do. And then our technology for cruise would allow you to create a package for a cruise and decide what's before it and what's after it. And then once you've done that, then you're able to distribute it across multi-channels through an API on a website like this, and the web journey itself can be customized based on what you want, and obviously internally to your own staff. So if we click on this, this will take us to a page where it's asking me where I want to fly from. So remember, this is preloaded product. So the product person has already decided that this tour or this product is going to be available from Heathrow, Manchester, and Edinburgh. And now it's giving me a lovely, good looking card. It gives me everything that I need to know about this package. It's one price. So what we're not doing is giving the customer the price for the cruise and the flight and the hotel. We're not doing that. Behind the scenes, that's what it's done. It's taken the flight, it's taken the hotel, it's put the cruise, put it all together, and it gives me the supplements for different airports and the dates it's available. Now, that could be multiple dates. In this example, it's just one. And if we go down here and we customize this now, what we get is options to be able to customize this package. Okay. So think how much work that's done. It's done a lot of work. It's made it really easy for the customer. It's given us the price. But at the same time, it's given us the flights, but it's given us alternative. This is all live. It's not cached. It's connected to a GDS. But it's given us alternatives for the flights. And all of these would have supplements if they were for more money. And then from a hotel perspective, we've got 12 alternatives. If we choose, click on the hotel alternatives, each of these has a supplement here. And then from a cabin perspective, obviously, the cheapest cabin is included. If we click on the alternate cabins, it gives us a matrix of the different cabin types that are available at the supplementary costs. Okay, so that is our webinar in terms of presenting slides, making sure the listeners understand exactly what the values and benefits of the Tourtek technology system is for travel agents and tour operators, and showed you some live examples of the technology working live and actually connecting in a live environment as well. Joe, do we have any other questions?
Yes, we do. A question being, I have a back office system. I don't want to change that. Can I still use your solution? So similar to the first question.
Yeah, it was a similar answer, really. The technology we provide is very modularized. Okay, so you pick and choose what you need. And obviously, from years of experience in doing this, our, our resources would guide you in terms of what can be done and what's the best approach. If you wanted your own back office, we can provide you a search and book platform. We can provide you a product system to preload the product. And then we have an API that you would need to have your own resources to do something with the API. So you'd need a level of engineering support from your side. Then you can come and get the booking using an API request, and you'd get everything relating to that booking. So you get all the customer data as you'd expect. You get all the suppliers that you'd expect, all the net pricing, all the selling pricing. You get all the booking, and then you can take that data and put it into your back office. And that works very well for quite a number of our clients.
Okay.
Any questions?
No questions have come through since.
Okay. Well, I think it's time to wrap up.
Yeah. But if anyone else had any more questions, please do not hesitate to either fire them away now. We've had one that's just come through actually. Um, from Farrokh. Hi, Farrokh. He just said hello. Maybe he just wanted to. Okay, here's the question. He said, "Do you have any channel managers connection for hotel contracts?"
Yes, we do. We have two approaches. We have a few direct channel manager connections, but there's lots and lots and lots of channel managers. So we have a relationship with a company called Travelgate X and also FastPay Hotels that specialize in connecting to channel managers. So you could use them as a traditional bed bank, or you can use them as a technology connector really to channel managers. And then the hotel chain or the hotel that you're trying to connect to, as long as they have a relationship with their PMS to the channel managers that they support, which is an extensive list, then we can get to the content that way. So from a hotel perspective, we have lots of mainstream bed bank suppliers like Hotel Beds, Stuba. We have a hotel contracting module as well as a backstop. So if you can't get to the content through the bed banks and you can't get it through the channel managers that we have integrated or Travelgate X or FastPay, then you can load the content in manually into our contracting system. So we feel that we've got the hotel content covered using the free channels.
You know,
Hope that answers your
hopefully
question.
that answers your question, Farrell.
Yeah.
Did we have any more questions from the attendees today?
And we will be sending a recording off to everyone. Yeah. And would welcome some follow-up. So if you would like a more personal session talk about your business and what your wants and needs are, we would welcome an opportunity to engage with you directly.
Certainly. Please don't hesitate to reach out to myself or Neil. I believe our details were